Hey, how are you? Back in the gym. Welcome. Happy Monday evening. Hope you're well. Let me just get dead center there. There we go. I can see. So, hope you are doing well for this Monday evening. We're going to give it a few seconds for everybody to join. We'll do some sound checks. Make sure everything's good. Wait for a few people to come in. And we'll get going on this lovely, lovely March. Spring. Woo. Is it March officially spring?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great.
First day of spring.
First day of spring. Let me just check we're all good. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Alice. How are you?
Sound alright?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us okay? Can you let us know you can hear us? It's a little bit of a lag, so you have to wait.
Yeah.
So, wait for some people to join on this Monday evening. So, just apologies for yesterday's class to those people who are coming in now. What's that? Shit?
Sounded good.
Apologies for everybody's class yesterday. We had a battery problem, which I had to do some research to find out what the battery problem was. They were all charged.
Hi, Rowena.
But it sounds like, hey, Rowena, how are you? It sounds like Canon cameras don't like non-Canon batteries. Well, they do in the first place, but once they start to get a little bit iffy, they start to get a bit... Anyway, so we should be good today. It has just nothing but a Canon battery in it. Touch wood. Say thank you. So, give it a few more minutes for a few people to join. What time are we now? It's just 8:31. It'll probably be less than that when you... Probably more than that by the time you get this message, because we're about 30-second delayed. And then we're going to go. Good warm-up. We're going to work on boxing into combinations. All right, so normally we work on the basics on a Monday, so tonight is going to be no different. Tonight we're going to work on boxing into a combination, so you can add on whatever you want to do. A kick, a knee, a grab, throws, all that kind of stuff. So we'll get going in a few seconds. I think it's going to be quiet tonight. I think people are just a little bit of lethargy's kicking into everybody, which I don't blame anybody. It's getting really hard at the moment. You're just like right at the end, or right at the end of it all. It's that last 10 minutes, It's like when you're dying for the toilet and you finally get into the toilet and you're trying to, you're like, oh, it's just that last few seconds. That's me likening the lockdown to needing a toilet. Fantastic. For those people who come to the gym, they know my humor is terrible. So, all right. So, without further ado, timer girl, jogging on the spot, press up, sit up, squats, and we'll work from there, okay? Give me a thumbs up, let me know you're there. I've got 2 people, see if people have got in the chat. Oh, it's a quiet one tonight. Let's go back to that. Gassing away there. Right. So, find yourself some space, some water. Set your device on your wrist just to some cardio and hit go. All right, jogging on the spot, timer girl, hit it. 1 minute, just jogging on the spot. You're cold, obviously. You're not keeping your hat on. I thought you were going to keep your... Jen was talking about keeping her hat on. I don't. Who's in there now?
Rowena, say hi.
Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Oh.
Too cold for she's on the floor.
It is pretty cold. So, just to recap, we're going to work on boxing tonight. Combinations, simple combinations which get you into kicking and punching range, and kicking and kneeing range, and things like that. Nothing too fancy. I try to keep these sessions pretty lightweight. Just keep us all moving, ready for when we get back to the real world. Well, what is the real world? I forgot what the real world looks like. I've forgotten some weird matrix style thing out there. 10 seconds. Okay, we're going to do 10 press-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats. And then we'll get back up. We'll do it all again. Okay, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just in time to go again. Come on, Jen.
The old knees.
The old knees.
Take it easy.
You're falling apart, woman. Oh, I feel about that. God, remember, the more you move, the more you get warm. So as you can see, the gym is slowly taking a bit more shape. We've got extraction in the gym finally. It's only taken us 6 years to get there, but we got there. Doing a bit of painting, sorting a few things out, ready for the return. Whatever that looks like. But we're going to do something, aren't we?
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. Make sure you do nice, deep press-ups and whatever kind of squat and whatever kind of sit you want to do. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ignore that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one. There we go. Make sure you got yourself a drink of water, some space. Oh, we'll go for a bit.
Some energy.
Some energy, yeah. Trying to stay off the caffeine late at night. Have some water. Got some water. So we're going to work on some boxing combinations, very simple. Probably a little bit different from just a jab and a cross, which we do. Typically you find Muay Thai is not that renowned for its boxing. We do box, and we do have some very good boxers. It's just we've got so many weapons to choose from. You generally find that boxing, it's not second, it's just more of the way to do stuff. Obviously, when Westerners started going to Thailand, they changed that whole paradigm a lot early on. So when I first started Muay Thai, boxing almost didn't fathom it was a setup to throw a kick or a knee. But now you find that a lot of that influence and the game changes, like all sports they evolve, and boxing is a big part of it. So the stance doesn't change, it's exactly the same. We don't slightly change our stance to box. We don't change it whatsoever, it stays always the same. Okay? So classic, what we always do, feet together, make sure you stood apart and then stand back. So you're in that nice basic stance like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go backhand first, and then we're going to do some uppercut. Okay, what we do is we reach and we load this opposite hand up, just a little bit, weight in my feet. I'm not leaning in. When I turn it, so it's a little step in my front foot, I turn my body, and this hand is ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop it round and throw it up at an angle upwards. So on those sideways, so sit up. So there we go. Cross, uppercut. One more time. So cross, uppercut. Now that would be a nice setup for a low kick. Because what I've done is I've hit the person in the head, I've thrown an uppercut, they've gone heavy onto the back leg, and the leg is waiting for you or something else. So it could be 1, 2, 3. You wanted to. 1, 2, 3. You wanted to. There you go. One more time. I'm looking there again, aren't I? I'm watching myself do it. So cross, uppercut, low kick. So let me do it with Jen for a second. Jen's going to come in. So in this position, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then Jen comes back to me. She's going to cross, uppercut, low kick. Cross, uppercut, low kick. And she comes back to me. Cross, uppercut, low kick. cross, up, low. So what we're doing is head, up, low. So let's drill that a few more times. Jen, me and you'll do it together so they can watch. Can you see from there? Yep, they can see perfectly. So you do one to me. So cross, up, low, and come straight back. So cross, up. Now, when I throw the uppercut, I don't come up, I don't curl it towards my head, because the target's over there. So what I do is I cross, and I throw up into the person, still balanced. I don't lean in because I want to throw that leg. I'm throwing it a bit more range. So cross, up, low kick, and then Jen comes back to me, or too close there. So long, long, long. So long, long, long. So long, long leg. So long, long leg. Long, long leg. The reason I'm saying long is because I want to stay a distance away from the person so I can throw the kick. A lot of people, when they kind of cross boxing and Thai boxing, is they do this. They go boom, boom, and they come real close to the person. There's not much I can do from there. Now, that is a technique. I can throw elbows, but if I want to stay in kicking range, I need to have long hands. So Jen does it again. So she's got a good distance away from me. So she goes long, up, low. That's it. So long, up, low, and she comes straight back at me. Long, up, low. So long, up, low. And again, long, up, low. One little tip if you're doing it with a partner. Somebody say something there. Don't say. Oh, sorry. One little tip to do it if you do it like with a partner. If you don't have any pads, it's just using your hands. So I'll do it with Jen. You just kind of pat with your hands. You give them the target 1, 2, 3. So rather than taking it on the head all the time, so you just go 1, up, low. One more time. So 1, up, low. And I do one to Jen. So I'll go 1, up, low. She goes back at me. 1, up, low. 1, up, low. 1, up, low. Okay. That really hurt. Whacked me then. So, our back. Work on another combination. Grab yourself a little drink of water. Remember those little things I said. So you don't have to come with the jab all the time. You know, it can be other things. Water. Right. So one thing with Thai boxing, it exposes the body a bit more, so you can actually throw body punches. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight, instead of going up to the body, we're just going to go round to the body. Go to Jen. So when you hit someone in the face, or go to punch them in the head, more than likely, you'll find that the hand will come up. So when I go to hit Jen, you've got to go out of position, the hand will come up, which exposes the body a little bit. So 1, 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2. Again, I extend my arm out. It's not a, I'm not Mike Tyson coming close to the body. So it's not a 1, 2. I need to be long. So I go 1, 2. Anywhere up into the floating rib. And then we're going to finish on an elbow. So we're going to go, come back this way a bit more. So we're going to go head, body, and then elbow. Like Jen comes into me, so she goes head, long to the body, elbow to the head. Straight ahead, so we go long, body, head. So long punch, twist, and let it into the body, and then come back, bring this hand back to here, and then elbow. So what will happen if Jen does it to me now? As I do it, she throws the right hand, my hands will come up. She hits me to the body, my hands come down, and then she comes in for the elbow, boom. That's what should happen. Unless someone completely turtles up, but then there's other things we can do. Okay, one more time. So remember, straight, body, elbow. Then let's do your feet together. I'll go first. So remember, with the hands, remember, pat a cake, baby, because man, remember that? No? Is that a northern thing? It's not a northern thing then? Alright. So, punch, body, elbow. Jen does one to me. So punch, body, elbow. Okay. long, long, short. One more time. Long, long, short. So she comes long punch, long to the body, hand stays up, short elbow. So we go long, long, short. Then it goes again, she goes long, long, short. So long punch, boom, short elbow. So 1, 2, 3. Reason I want to say a little bit of distance, just in case they throw, I don't want to go into elbow range until I've hit them with something first, just to disguise the elbow. Rather than going crash and wallop, I want to go up, down, up. Okay, that's why. So punch the head, punch the leg, hit the head, hit the body, hit the head. Up, down, up. So in other words, what we're doing is we're going up, down, up. In other words, head, body, head. One more time. Head, body, head. So, one more time together. So we'll do it together, Jen. Okay, remember? So, straight body, boom. Straight body, elbow. Long, long, short. Long, long, short. Now, the body punch doesn't have to be super hard. You don't have to absolutely rip it into the body. Sometimes just hitting the reaction. You hit someone in the body, you'll get a flinch and a reaction. And that's when other techniques can come into play. So let's do this a couple more times. So long, long, boom. Okay, one more time. Long, long, body. Sorry, not body, that's elbow. Long, long, elbow. Again, long, long, elbow. So this will work really well if you've got someone who's got like a classic Muay Thai stance and they're giving you a nice body. So you throw a straight to the head, which they probably parry, just go through that combination now. So they probably cover it, and then you rip to the body, and just when they're working out, boom. Because they'll be in a nice Muay Thai stance, so they'll try and parry the head shot, hit the body, and then rip to the elbow. Okay. So, checking out the time. What time is it, timekeeper?
42.
1:45.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that. Grab yourself a drink of water, and we'll do one more technique. Hope you're all well. Oh, got water all over. That bottle leaks like mad. It's an old bottle now. Every time I go to Tiger, they give me a new bottle. I go, oh, I've already got one, but realistically,
We need to go to Tiger.
I need to go to Tiger again. I need to go all the way to Thailand to pick up a plastic bottle. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, so one more technique for boxing. Okay, one more time. So right hand. What you can do is a jab, uppercut, hook. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw the jab, bang, and then what we're going to do, instead of coming straight, okay, we're going to go jab, and then I'm going to uppercut, pop the head up, and then throw the hook. So one more time, so I'm going to go jab, and then I'm going to swing my uppercut up, not up towards my face, up in a sort of spearing motion, so bang, bang. What happens, do it with Jen now, she does it to me. She throws the jab, which I parry. She hits me on the uppercut, boom, my head comes up, sets up the hook. From there, you could probably throw a elbow, you could even throw a knee. So what you could do is you could come in, jab, uppercut, hook, knee. You probably wouldn't be able to kick at that point, because when you throw the hook to the head, you need to come in a little bit closer, so the kick really isn't there that much, but the knee's in that range. So what we're going to do is jab, uppercut, hook. Work together. So I'll work with Jen for a second. So she throws the jab, an uppercut, and then a hook. One more time, I'll do it to you. So I'll go jab, uppercut, hook. He comes back at me, jab, uppercut, hook. Okay, one more time. So jab, and then I throw the uppercut. So circle it round, but instead of curving it, I'm going to send it up through her guard, still balanced, and then I'm going to pivot my weight onto my back foot to throw the hook. So weight distribution. So one more time for you guys. So jab, uppercut, hook. Again, long punches. Don't keep it nice and close to impact your body. At this point, I want your hands out. Long, long, long. This will be a little bit short of the hook, but that's fine. So one more time, a couple more times. So jab, up, hook. So that's how it go. You go bam, bam, bam. One more time, so jab, up, hook. And do it again a few more times. So I'll go first. So jab, uppercut, hook, and come back and Jen with me. Jab, uppercut, hook. I go back. Jab, uppercut, hook. She comes back. Jab, uppercut, hook. Now we're going to just put on a knee on the end of that, just to finish this little routine off for the last little bit. So Jen's going to throw a knee on the end of that combination. So she's going to go jab, uppercut, hook, knee. And I do one to Jen. So I go jab, uppercut, hook, knee. And she comes back to me, jab, uppercut, hook, knee. One more time I go to Jen. 1, 2, 3, 4. She comes back to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. She comes back. 1, up, hook, knee. I go jab, uppercut, hook, knee. And she comes back at me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she comes back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, my balance was terrible. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And tie. So those are 3 combinations we can work through. Very simple for setup. Each one of those can be a setup or can be finishing. So everything is interconnected. Some things work better after other things. Some things work better before things. You just need to work those things out. And one of the best things to do it with is with a pad holder who knows how to hold pads. The bag is okay, but you don't learn distance and timing as much as you do with a pad holder. You know, with a pad holder, they're moving all the time, they're adjusting, the distancing is changing. With a bag, the distances are okay, but you just can't beat 2 things. Good pad holder and good bit of sparring. Because there's no point in practicing your drive, if you're a golf analogy, if you've never played a round of golf. If you can tee off really well, but you've never played a round of golf, much point. Doesn't mean you're going to have to kill each other. Doesn't mean you're going to get hurt. Some of the best sparring I've ever done in my life has been lovely and relaxed. Work on timing. There's no fear. I'm not worried about getting absolutely nailed. Yes, I'm going to get punched and kicked and kneed, but they don't hurt because the other person has control. They know what they're doing. They've got no ego. And that's what we like to see in all martial arts, not just in Muay Thai. All martial arts is learning that timing. And those combinations you will learn to, well, I just did that one, wham, bam. And you think, oh, the knee isn't there. Or sometimes you go jab, cross, uppercut, and low kick. And sometimes you don't feel it's quite there, or sometimes you feel it's there. 1, 2, and you have to step and you kick. You just feel the timing. And there's no way to learn that than actually just being, sadly, punched in the face. So, time check.
8:53. Alice says, I wish I had a pad folder or a bag. Just have to practice on my little sister.
Oh, hope she's not too young. I might send social services round. So you obviously, I know you don't live that far. I can't remember which end you lived, but you are always welcome. I know it's quite a bit of a drive. When we open, you are more than welcome to come. We'd love to see you down here. I'm sure the other ladies would love to see more females in this sport. I'm a big advocate of ladies taking part of Muay Thai because it's a very male-dominated sport and it's just kind of very unbalanced, and I'd love to see it a bit more balanced. Simply because I think some of the best fighters on the planet are ladies. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, unfortunately, I can't get away from there's just a lot of men in here, and it does put a lot of ladies off. It's just one of those things.
They're all friendly bunch, though.
And we are really friendly. Yeah. And it's the reverse is true when you go to yoga. When I do a lot of yoga to help with my flexibility, it's predominantly ladies, because men go, I'm not doing yoga, it's for women. I tell you what, I burn more calories doing a yoga session than I do in other things. So, you know, let's get rid of these stereotypes in all these sports and let's get some positivity. So, enough of the chit-chat. We're going to do a long stretching section today. We are not going to do our burnout. Jen's looking at me going, oh, I wanted to do a burnout. But I think we all deserve a good stretch. You know, I certainly want to...
Talk. Ruiz says, yes, more women.
Yeah, 100%. I struggle with trying to, you know, we thought about doing a ladies only class and that kind of stuff, and I think we should integrate it more rather than segregating it. Yeah, I'm all for integration, not segregation. And I know that some gyms do and it works really well. You know, all the guys in the gym are so friendly, so nice. Everybody is in here, and I've weeded out the people who, over the years, not just here, but who've given problems, and we've just pushed them out. And they don't last very long because eventually they kind of fall by the wayside. So I hope you can come along. And if you do have any friends who wish to come, please encourage them to take it up. You don't have to fight, you don't have to punch each other. Marina, you know what it's all about. I don't talk to it. All right. So, stretching. Let's find yourself a space. Come on, Jen, join in with the stretching. I know you definitely need some good stretching. Oh, what are you laughing at? Jen always laughs at my jokes. That's why she's married me. Someone has to, yeah. You took one for the ladies' team, didn't you? You literally go, right, who's going to marry this idiot? Yeah. All right, come on, let's do this. All right, feet more than shoulder width apart, but I want your toes pointing forward. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold. All we're going to do is literally just bend over as flat back as you can. Try not to arch and round and try and touch your toes. Try and pivot as much as you can from the hips and try and keep a flat back. The minute you feel that you have to lean over and start to about there for me, and at this point I can feel my back wanting to round, I'm just going to stay here and put my hands down and allow my hips. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to push my weight backwards and try and keep a flat back. So, as if I'm trying to sit my bum on the floor, using my hands as a little bit of support, and just try and lean back so the weight is in my heels and the toes come off the floor so we get more of a deeper stretch into that fold. You should feel it down the backs of your legs and your hips. Where do you feel it, Jen?
Backs of my legs.
Yeah. Just stay here. Now, wiggle our fingers over to the left side and just stay there. Oh, that's tight. Make sure those toes are pointing forward. And then back to the middle. Now, if you can go a little bit deeper, then great. Try and keep that straight, flat back. Now over to the right side. Double check we've not lost anything. No, camera's still there. Then back to the middle for the last one. If you can go a little bit deeper, fantastic. Try your palms. Try and keep that flat back. If you cannot keep the flat back, then don't go any further. If you feel yourself having to round and squidge, technical word, then stay. Okay, hands onto your shins. Hands onto your hips. And then bring yourself slowly back up. Stay there. Okay, heel toes and your feet together. Okay, tibia balance stretch and our quad stretch. What we're going to do is take a big step forward, drop our knee down at the back. So I'll do it sideways, you do it forwards, so they can see. So stay here for a second. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge my hips forward and increase the angle in my knee and feel a nice tight stretch in here. And all I'm going to do is lean forward and push the hips forward and stay there. Okay, to go a little bit deeper, what I'm going to do is put one hand across here and the opposite hand behind and charge forward and twist at the same time, and you'll feel it getting deeper into there. I feel it sort of from about here into about here. Okay, relax it off. Now, what I'm going to do to finish this side is just come forward and put your hand on the floor on the inside of, so in other words, your shoulder is on the inside of this knee for a few seconds, almost in sprinter's pose, just to open up that hip a bit more. And then time. And then swap sides. Come into it nice and slowly. Stay here again. Nice easy position and charge that hip forward. Feel it engage. Now you can have it with your toes either up and dug in, like Jen is, or you can have it flat to the floor. I prefer it like this, it doesn't matter. And the last few seconds, what we're going to do is put your hands across, hand behind, look behind you, and push forward. You're struggling to balance. It's funny how one side's always, you can think, oh, I've got good balance, mate. I've got good balance, really. And then back. Same thing again. Put yourselves on the inside, almost like sprinter's pose. Come down, and then inside of here. Just stay there for a second. It's really tight for me. This position, sprinter's pose, always good for problems. And come up slowly, tie. So, well done everybody. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Come a little bit closer, you can see all the wrinkles in HD on my face as I get a little bit older. Thank you everybody for staying with us. Apologies for Sunday's class. Just one of those things, eh? So we will be back on Wednesday. We've got one more month of lockdown.
Yeah.
One more month of lockdown, then we talk about doing external classes. When I do the external classes, I will probably stop the streams because it just gets much everything. But thank you so much. But Wednesday, 7 o'clock, be here. We will be in the gym again. There will be no battery issues. We will be live at 7. Share it, hit the bell, make sure you subscribe, make sure your friends are subscribed. You know, we do this just for the love, nothing else. I'm not interested in huge amounts of subscribers. I'm more interested in people coming through the door and spreading the knowledge. So have a lovely, lovely rest of your evening. See ya!
Everyone.